Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We are live. So yeah, it's Jazz on the technicals right now, as Mike is having his stuff on different events. So we are swamped, ladies and gentlemen. But we just got home from Philippine GameDev Expo, and it's going to be a really quick and light fun episode for the G3 podcast because game development is the cornerstone of video games in general. We've been bombarded by developers fighting for their games to be the next big thing, and in this year alone, we've had multiple game releases, announcements, leaks, trailers through multiple gaming events, conventions, and conferences. Now, with game development at its core, we also have a version of this here in the Philippines where game developers and indie game developers celebrate game development here in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Pgdx and welcome to the 12th episode of the G3 podcast.
Welcome to the G3 podcast. We're going to be talking about everything geeky and nerdy in between comic books, toys, video games, movies, you name it, we got it.
You're tuned in to the loudest, craziest, and most excited bunch of geeks and nerds on this side of the planet. You're about to dive into everything nerdy and geeky in between.
This
is the G3 podcast. Gamers, geeks, and good times.
Yon! Alright, and yeah, we are here, we are back, and of course, it's a Sunday and a very brand new bunch of panelists here on the G3 podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm General Tuna, your host for this episode. We got Trickster, and of course, we got one returning member of G3. We got Lala Leska here na naka-cosplay pa, kakauwi lang galing Pgdx, and hindi pa nakabihis.
Mamadali eh.
Tinanggal ko lang yung contacts ko.
And yeah, we are having Rene right here later, but again, he was stuck in traffic, so I think he's just setting up his
Bibihis pa.
nagbibihis pa. He's just setting up stuff, But very rough week for the Philippines. We just got hit by one of the strongest typhoons this year. I just want to ask the panel, how was the typhoon? How was your typhoon experience? Let's start with Trickster.
Typhoon experience. Well, it's certainly interesting kasi one day just decide like as in kakain ako like I just got my food. I'm about to just plop down and eat while I just watch. Then suddenly may sumabog na transformer. Nawalan ako ng nawalan ako ng gana kumain, so I just decided to just go to sleep. Thankfully, it was just back 3 hours later. But since I already fridged the food, I don't want to heat it up again. Then after that, sige, we're in the eye of the storm na, no? Biglang init. Parang bumalik tayo to summer, parang wala lang bagyo. 2 days, 32 degrees yata, as in very sunny. And now, this Saturday, biglang umulan ulit. I don't know what's up with this storm. Buti naman di bumabaha lagi. I'm just thankful. Even though we're in the mountains, the water just slides off.
Yeah, buti din naman kayo binaha, right? So, I'm glad you're safe. Syempre, I think I think Lala's story will be the same as mine. But I'll be sharing like one part of our typhoon experience. Was I was so pissed because 14 hours na brown out dito
Oh
sa
shit.
amin. Like 14, like sumabog din yung transformer. They managed to get it fixed at around, like nag-brown out ng 11 p.m. They managed to get it fixed at around 6 a.m.
Oh
Sumabog
damn.
ulit after an hour. Yeah,
Oh
sumabog ulit.
god.
So they had to set, like the rain is like pouring. And then wala kaming choice ni Lala kasi we had to work. So pumunta kami kanila Len.
Doon na lang tambay mo na.
Doon kami, hiniram namin yung laptop ni BJ, doon kami nagtrabaho, doon kami naka-wifi, we charge all our devices kasi sobrang low-bat na talaga namin. So, I think that's one typhoon experience we had. Pero I think Lala has something to add siguro. Yeah, how about you, Lala? Muted ka by the way.
Okay. Well, nabasa lang naman yung foam namin.
Yung foam niyo.
Yeah, cause nag-leak pala yung kabilang kwarto namin. So that's
Oh
why may
shit.
foam sa likod namin and we didn't take it out.
Oh god, mag-leak.
Yeah, nag-leak. Actually, it was last year's problem, but I thought na fixed now. And then storm came. So ayun.
Yeah, it's not as bad naman, I hope.
No, it's not bad naman. But yun nga, natulog kami nabasa yung foam.
Yun yung tiniis na ano, no, na i-shield na lang yung foam gamit yung katawan niyo. Like, ayokong maglaba,
Yeah, it was too late. It was because we already like, it was morning already. And then, na-feel namin na basa yung lower part nung mattress. Magagalit na sana ako sa aso because I think like someone peed, right?
Yeah,
And then like, sabi, this is too much water. This is super wet to just be dog pee. And tiningnan namin around like, oh my god, like it's a puddle. Like we lifted the mattress, it was super wet. I was like, oh my god, no, the mattress we're sleeping in. And then we tried our best to like, parang kasi di namin siya mahang sa taas kasi umuulan, right? So, we put it against the wall, had like an electric fan blow,
Yeah.
saka number 3 yung electric fan. We tried it the entire day. Like, it did not help. Like, the upper part, like, upper half of the foam, na medyo dry siya, pero like, all the water just dropped down to one side.
Oh
Sa isang
god.
side no
Yun
ano.
lang.
So like we had no choice but to sleep on the damp bed. What we did was put in a bunch of towels, like stacked towels. I think that was 3 towels, and then like
Holy shit.
one chair cover or something, like parang gaming chair cover. Nilagay namin doon because it was on my side of the bed. So on Lala's side it was slightly damp, but dun sa akin, it was like wet, dude. So, yun. And then we tried to sleep. And then the next morning, it became slightly lang na basa, but it's still wet either way. So, yeah,
Hindi nyo binaligtad or it's fully soaked talaga.
yeah, it's fully soaked, dude. Like,
Ah, shit.
sobrang ano. So, doon na yung ano namin na, okay, fine, let's deal with this. And we're glad our company is like having its assistance fund. So we'll try to like, oh, does our mattress count? Hindi naman kami binaha, but you know, this happened to our mattress. We were sleeping on a
Technically-
damp mattress for days.
Yeah, technically our home has problems, so maybe, you know, just some sort of relief.
Yeah, diba? So that was it. Yeah. Just to round up this intro, since we are talking about like Filipinos, no, Filipino video games or the Filipino-ness of video games, have you played a locally developed game recently? Or if not, like something that a video game that has Filipino in it? You know, maybe a character, a theme, a place, whatever. So let's start with Lala.
So far, I haven't played one. But I want to because yun nga, lumabas yung Until Then and it piqued my interest. And I think a lot of streamers or mga content creators did a content once until then. And yeah, parang story driven siya, and I think interesting yung story nun. So I wanna try playing that. And then good thing nakita ko siya sa Pgdx, but I wasn't able to play it kasi ang daming pumipila.
Oh, really? That popular, huh?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, cause may mga content creators na ano, na foreigners, hindi lang sa atin. May mga foreigners na naggawa ng content din. I saw it on YouTube.
Really? Okay. Like anyone we know?
No?
Like not personally, pero like maybe we both know. I don't think the VTubers have played it yet, huh?
Yeah, but we really like I really love to market it to everyone else, you know. I think Lala forgot to mention you did play one earlier. We did play one. It counts, you know. We did play one. There's this one game I enjoyed kanina, Tricks. It's a Filipino made game called it's called Unfounded Tales from the Barrio. So, it's a Souls like game where you fight mythical creatures, and on their demo you get to fight a tikbalang.
Like
Get to fight a tikbalang, and then you get like an assortment of weapons like arnis, you get like a bow, you get like a dos por dos kind of situation, right?
dos por dos.
Yeah, so it was super fun. It was a bit janky. It's a janky game, but you know what? It has potential. You can like dodge the attacks, you know. Yeah, yan. So that's it. Like you're playing
Oh
as that
shit.
guy with a backpack. You have like a little dog companion, you know,
Wait,
that para attacks
that's
the
what the
enemy.
dog is? That like I was wondering what that game was kasi it's just a picture of a dog. Holy
It's like
shit, that's
there
it?
was a dog companion.
Few clip, pero 4 seconds lang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah, that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you fight the tikbalang, and then they had this challenge, like a 90-second challenge, where if you kill the tikbalang within 90 seconds, or within like the demo is 90 seconds, so
What the
it's
fuck?
either
90
you
seconds?
yeah
You
90-second
speedrun
demo.
it?
Yeah, but like if you kill the tikbalang within 90 seconds, you get a prize. I did it. I killed the tikbalang. I was the first person ever in the last 2 days to kill the tikbalang. No one has ever did it. You know what happened?
What?
Because
It
I
glitched up?
think I cornered the tikbalang into a corner, and he glitched out. He just
Oh
stopped
god.
moving and stopped attacking. So like I went ham on the guy.
Exploits!
Yeah, exploits. Because no, it was super impossible to do it the right way, dude. Like he hits like a fucking truck, right? So yeah, I got this shirt. Like I got the this is the
Oh,
main
wow.
character. Wait, let me just open this thing up para makita din nila, no. Where is the? Oh, there we go.
So
Sorry.
like I'm finding no footage of this game, right? Oh wait, there is. There it is.
Yeah,
It's only
ito.
30 seconds. What the fuck?
So I got this shirt. Ayan. So this is the guy. Like he has this two, yung dalawang ano niya, yung kanyang arnis.
Ang laking
Ayan.
arnis niya. Yan yung
Yeah,
pamalo ni kuya eh.
it was like it's like a sword even. Like, but it was super fun. It was a super fun game. I think it has potential, man.
Yan yung ginagamit na pamalo kay kuya. Kapag pag curfew. Ihanda ang arnis.
But yeah, I love the game so much. Like I really wanted to like play it when it gets released. They mentioned na they will be releasing a kapre, a manananggal, kung ano pa basta any myth, like every mythical creature, you know, that you can
Is
think
there
of, like
Is there a chance where we can play the demo at some point
yeah, like
ourselves? Somewhere?
we can contact them. I got their contact naman. So yeah, it was a really really fun game. Super. And I would just like to mention Rene is here. Rene, hello.
Hey
Hello,
guys, I
hello.
was about to message. Full disclosure, I'm a little drunk.
Oh dang! Company meeting?
I mean, not too drunk wherein like I can't do the show, but drunk enough when I would say like really, what are you showing us? What is that tikbalang? Ooh.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like a Souls like game.
yeah, I jumped in. I thought you guys were talking about what was that fucking game? yung fighting game with the
Yung
one that
No,
Sinag
no,
you
no.
or
tricks.
Sinag.
Yeah.
Sinag or
Are
Bayani?
you talking about Sinag or not Bayani?
Oh no, no.
Uh,
Yeah,
because
that was
Bayani,
Sinag.
here's
Yeah.
a yeah, Bayani. It was. I have to say this. Last year, Bayani was the last game wherein I played BJ and he kicked my ass. Surprisingly,
Oh wait.
because I thought I had him. I thought I had him. And Trickster, your brother has he's got tricks. I'm just saying, like I had him dead to rights, and then all of a sudden, fucking, I was knocked out. So yeah, so CNAG, I tried last year. If you guys are talking about the upgrades to the game, I'm yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I actually wanted to come in here and like make some noise, like fucking if I say PG, you say DX PG. Fuck you guys. Anywho, but yeah, I'm sorry for being late. I know I'm the guy who always bitches about people that should like we should always be on time. But I had things with the day job, but I'm here now. And as far as I know, Lala and Jazz over here came from PGDX. How was it? How was the first day?
Uh, yeah, I mean it's the second day actually, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna get to that
Oh,
later.
second day. Yeah,
But
yeah, it's Friday.
yeah, so we'll get to. I think you just answered my supposed question. Like, what was the last Filipino developed game or locally developed game you played? So Trickster, what was the last locally developed game you played recently, or
Oh
any
yeah.
any game that has Filipino on it? You know.
The same as Rene. Like I played Sinag. Like I've been
We
just
we
laughing.
were all we were all in that tournament, right? You, me, Chino,
No,
BJ.
unfortunately. No, no. Yeah, you're talking
Ah,
about Bayani. Like I was
oh
heavily
yeah.
considering, joining their combo competition. But since my phone isn't too strong, I can't really show off stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, but yeah, the Sinag was is super fun. And you get to try out characters that's locked for parang Vita fighters pero with actual original characters this time with their
Mm,
movesets. It's
okay.
fun. Like hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
Who was the annoyingly fucking not OP, but there was one character in Sinag that's like super hard to beat because like all you have to do is like mash a certain button and
Oh,
you
is,
will
is
win
this a
the
Oh,
game.
it's
character I
Juan.
used to beat you with?
It's Juan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I remember now. Fuck you. You beat me using that guy.
I just
Who
pressed
was that
one
guy?
button, dude. Like one
Yeah,
button.
and I tried everything, man. Like fucking, I jumped, I stayed on the ground, I fucking crouched, I did combos. Fucking, I still lost to a
I
guy
was just
pressing
pressing
one
one
button,
button.
one button. Oh my god!
I wish I could have seen that. No one was recording that one. Pero I think I heard about
I
your
don't think
matches
so.
together. Oh.
Yeah, like Jazz just sat there. Pero Jazz, you didn't do it on purpose, right? Like you just chose
Yeah,
a
I was
random
like,
character.
I chose a
Yeah.
random character and then like what
Uh-huh.
works. Oh, it works. If
Oh,
you like, if you like combo broke me or like stop my button, I'm gonna press other buttons. But well, this
like
works, so I'm
I
gonna keep
I
pressing it.
it's I'm just saying, man. Like I came at Jazz with 30 years of fighting game experience, and I still fucking got. He wiped the floor with me with one fucking button. I'm just saying, like it's the fucking worst. It's, ah,
Ah,
good times, but god
good
damn,
times,
man,
man.
it was so frustrating.
Yeah, I love drunk Rene, guys. I love drunk Rene.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
you're like this when you're like not drunk and serious, but yeah. And
yeah.
why we're having this topic, right? Why we're talking about like Filipino made games? It's because again, it's Pgdx season. Philippine GameDev Expo. It's a Filipino version essentially of like an E3 or some premiere, like video game premieres, right? So Philippines recently has been a melting pot of creative ideas through game development, right? Like we've had like a rich history na pwedeng panghugutan. We have a vibrant culture na alam mo yun like as in it speaks to like being Filipino, being a full-blooded Filipino. So like majority of the video games in PGDX are inspired by Philippine heritage. Like we just talked about Sina, we just talked about Bayani, right? Yun nga, pinag-usapan natin kanina, Unfounded, Tales from the Barrio. We talked about Until Then, and then there's this Pisonet Simulator, right?
Yeah.
So kumbaga, it is very Filipino, you know, like kumbaga parang no, it's a nostalgic in a way, but in a sense it sparks Filipino pride. Na parang really Pisonet Simulator, how do you play Pisonet Simulator? Oh, it's just like a ano nga to, resource management game, like an
Yeah.
idle resource management game
It's a
where
Yeah,
tycoon game.
I
yeah,
was actually curious about that because I've seen that being advertised around, but I don't they haven't shown any details. So like, how is it like a tycoon game? So like you just put
it's
up
a
your own piece on that place.
yeah, like no, it's like
Yeah.
a small like a 3D ano, 3D like a pixel art game, right? Like you're in a small box and then first you buy like one crappy computer, right? And then one crappy pisonet and then there's guys going in and out like gives you money, cling cling cling, coins are coming out. And then when you get enough money, you add another unit, upgrade your units, add air conditioning, like magiging mas mahal yung presyo ng ng pisonet
Kuha
mo
kang
and then like
jumper cable para
yung ganun. Diba? So, kumbaga, it's a resource management slash yun nga, tycoon game. It's a very idle situation pero you know like para siyang sobrang chill niya na parang yeah like and then we played this yung side scrolling game na nilaro natin na putang ina sobrang hirap.
Lockdown? That was lockdown?
Lock lock Lockdown ba?
Lockdown.
Yeah, parang zombie.
No,
That's a local
no.
game as well, right?
It's a
Ah!
yung kanina. Yung hindi natin mapatay yung unang, like, the first mob. We can't even beat
I
the
think
first
that was
mob.
Volunteer.
Ah,
Hmm.
Fallen Tier, yun. So we played that. It was super hard. It was like, shoot, dude, like the mob hits, like, I don't know, 2 hits ka lang, and then when you get too close to the mob, you die or something. Like, god damn, it's
Oh,
Wait,
it's on
what
Steam.
type of what type of game was it? Is this?
Fallen Tier. Like,
It's on Steam. Holy shit. Okay.
yeah, it's on
Okay.
Steam. Yeah, so it was super,
Looks
yeah,
cool.
yan, yung pinapakita ni Lala.
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
like you have like companions, you have minions to help you out, to heal you, to damage the enemy, but it was still super hard. Like
Okay. We should
yeah,
I managed to try it now.
yeah. So
looks
so again,
looks neat. It reminds me
yeah,
of
it looks neat,
Rayman
right?
actually.
Yeah, para siyang
Yeah.
ganun.
Rayman?
Well,
Yeah.
the new Rayman actually.
Wait,
Origins.
this is a new Rayman? Jesus. All right. Wait, Lockdown. I'm looking at it like Steam right now. What?
No, Fallen Tier. It's Fallen
Fallen,
Tier.
Fallen Tier, The
Tier.
Ascension.
Yeah,
Tier
yun.
as in like the teardrop?
TAR,
Yeah,
yeah,
Luha.
teardrop. Yeah. Luha.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Ascension.
Oh,
I'm looking at it
wow.
right now. Uh,
Yeah,
what? Is
well
this
Rene is
free?
looking at it, right? So, yeah. I think it's free. Is it free?
No, it's
It,
still coming soon.
It's coming soon.
yeah, so
All
I
right.
can add it to my wish list. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow,
I'm
the
looking at the
animation's so fluid.
trailers. It does look good, and like there's a cinematic trailer here on Steam. I'm looking at
Yeah.
it right now.
Oh,
It
wow,
looks
looks
really
great.
it reminds you of something that yeah man like it looks like it's something
Full
fun.
screen.
You guys couldn't beat this.
Yeah, we couldn't beat that. Sobrang hirap, dude. Yeah, we
Fine.
couldn't beat like the first mob because he hits like a truck. Oh yeah, so that's the gameplay. That's the gameplay. But I think yung character na gamit namin wasn't that. Like it's just like a human guy.
Oh, you can
So
choose? You can
yeah,
choose forms? Oh, okay. Okay. We need more of that.
yeah. Yeah, so sobrang ano niya, sobrang yeah, like you have like a skill tree, you can equip your minions, you know, every single minion has a different type of support element, like my heal, my damage, my shield, my like, the one that the chef that you know throws like a fiery walk at the enemy. Yeah, something like that.
and and
So
and, and
that is
I
siya.
like how it's like the aesthetics of the game, because I'm looking at it right now. Oh yeah, okay, you guys have that display up there. You know how like now in 2024 a lot of games, it's hard to come out with a game that looks original. The aesthetics of the game like looks very unique, even though it takes a lot of inspiration from popular games. I see some influence from the Zelda series, but it still is very very distinct. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
got
Mm.
its own flavor. So yeah, man, I like this. I like this. I also like that you guys weren't able to beat it because you guys are pretty good at games, and the fact that the fact that it presented a challenge means like it should be
Yeah.
like it's worth playing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
it's
has to no, it has to engage the player. Like if you want the story, you
Yeah.
gotta finish this challenge.
and then like we
Mhm.
saw like tinry nung developer, right, the guy who's like in the booth. He was like beating this guy super chill, you know. He wasn't even he was just God, he finished the first mob, the mushroom thing. Like what? How do
Oh
you do that?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
he programmed the
This
damn thing, so he probably knows how to beat it.
Siya
yeah.
daw yung
this
gumawa
is
ng pattern eh.
this is why I keep insisting that whenever we do video game events, we have Trickster there to just break games.
Yeah, break games,
That's
you
what
know,
he does.
like oh god.
Well,
Yeah.
to be
All right.
fair, at least General broke one game there himself.
Yeah. Yung the
Word.
unfounded, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So cuz
yeah.
like hindi mo nabutan. So unfounded was the game where you fight the tikbalang, right? It's like a
Ooh.
Souls-like game, but a jankier version of it. Like you can dodge
Uh-huh.
attacks, you know, like you can dodge roll shit. So they have a challenge. The demo is 90 seconds long. And
Okay.
you have to beat the tikbalang within 90 seconds. And no one has ever beaten it in 2 days. Like day one, wala talaga
Okay.
nakatalo. So what I did was,
Uh,
okay, I
I'm
tried it
assuming
out. I
you
tried
did.
it
Uh-huh.
yeah, I tried it out first. Like, oh god, like sobrang sakit nung damage ng tikbalang. And like, oh, can I do a second try? Oh yeah, sure. Do a second try. All right, so yeah, I tried it second time. And I just broke the game. I locked the tikbalang on a corner. To the point na hindi na gumagalaw yung tikbalang. Hindi na siya umatake. So I went ham on the guy and then I beat the
Wait. So like you beat it because like what was it
because
a
of
fucking
It
glitch
bugged
technicals.
out.
or?
It bugged out. The game bugged out and
Well,
I beat
you
it.
and that's valuable feedback for them. Like
Yeah.
now, like the next time you play
Yeah,
that
like
game,
there's a
okay,
corner
the
pala na
tikbalang,
nababag yung
yeah, the tikbalang
So
will
yeah,
show
they
up
gave
at
me a
your house
shirt.
at this point.
Yeah, it was super fun. It's like, and then yeah. So moving on to our discussion, Philippines has a huge potential for gaming in general. You know, may napanood akong parang speaker doon na ilan yun, 49 million Filipinos are gamers. And this doesn't even count yung mga matatandang naglalaro lang ng Candy Crush. Diba? So like 49 million Filipinos are gamers.
On behalf of
And
Captain Mike, how dare you?
how dare
I've- and plus, to be fair to some of the old people, some of them just move on to more chilled things like puzzle games. So I guess that can count too.
yeah, I think it counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, with in connection with like Philippines being a melting pot of inspiration, we've had characters in video games that are Filipino. Like with mainstream developers adding Filipino characters or a slice of being Filipino in their video games. Like for example, like Josie Rizal in Tekken. You got Kerry Eurodyne from Cyberpunk 2077. We got Talim from Soul Calibur, Lapu Lapu from Mobile Legends, Neon from Valorant, and Isabella Reyes from Call of Duty Vanguard. So these are just examples. Diba na parang call it Pinoy baiting, but it's like they're being inspired by like yeah, a Filipino character would be nice. Like it could add diversity to our roster, right? So with all these said and done, with all the like we showed you like Filipino games, yung ano yung Unfounded, the ano yun? Tier, ano yun? Fallen
Volunteer.
Tier, right? So, and then out of all video games you played na may Filipino characters or made by Filipinos, did you actually enjoy or like love seeing something Filipino on a video game. Kasi marami nagsasabi ang corny daw pag may Pinoy, pangit daw, ganun, or like, yeah, Filipino baiting, di ba? So like, do you actually love seeing something Filipino in your video games? All right, let's start with Rene.
No. Like the quick answer is no. For me, like yeah, I agree with the description that it's Filipino baiting because Filipinos have proven over the past decade or so that we're kind of sluts when it comes to exposure. So like, oh my God, Pinoy pride, oh yeah, Filipino. Yeah. So of course, obviously, like there will be entities that will exploit that by adding Filipinos in games. The only time that I would like lose my shit over a Filipino character in a video game is if the video game itself was set in the Philippines. Uh, but if it's not, for me, like that's nothing but Filipino baiting. Right now, I'm looking at a list of characters, Filipino characters in video games, and I'm looking at them, and yeah, Josie Rizal is like an egregious example of
Mm-hmm.
pandering because there is like no reason for like you could add a Filipino. That's the thing. I think we had this discussion way back when we had a similar topic for an episode.
Mm,
But for me, like I'm fine with you adding a Filipino character in any game, even in a movie, in a TV show. My issue is when you make it a big deal. Because when you make it a big
mm,
deal, that is when it becomes pandering. Because like, why is your marketing directed towards? Oh my God, look at this Filipino character when you don't have the same marketing drive behind white characters, African American characters, Asian characters, right?
mm,
So that's my thing. Again, I when I first played Bayani, I
yeah.
flipped my shit because it was like, oh, so this is a fighting game featuring Filipino heroes, like real life historical heroes. Because again, I like that works on me if the game itself is set in the Philippines. Other than that, there's always that obvious risk of yeah, Filipino baiting. But so yeah, it always would for me like it would always depend on the context wherein with
Mm,
which the Filipino character is introduced. But most of the time, Filipino baiting, that's not cool with me.
okay. All right. So, how about you, Trickster? Do you enjoy seeing something Filipino in the video games you play?
It really depends on the context, sana. Like Rene said, as with Josie kasi, like she was added as an appreciation for the fan base at Tekken. Like you didn't know we were such a Tekken based, fighting game community over here in the Philippines. So, as a way of thanks, he decided to add in Filipino stage in Tekken Tag 2 as in my billboard pa ng time zone doon. And Josie, like, oh yeah, yeah, that's the thing. And Talim was Talim was already added like even before the exposure to the Filipino thing. I only discovered she's Filipino based on her moveset. Kasi like she uses Tonfa. We don't really use Tonfas. We use Arnis. And
Wait,
her
you got that from her moveset, not the fucking name?
no, kasi like her
uh,
moveset is a lot more is a lot more blatant kasi as in yung description
yeah.
niya Pinoy, lahat Pinoy.
uh,
Like
uh,
talim can be anything. It's not really talim. Like I thought it was just another thing. It's like talim. They pronounce it as talim, you know. So I didn't expect
yeah.
anything. So until I looked at her moveset, it's like that. The one thing that actually made me enjoy representation in the video games was in Just Cause. It was just I was just playing properly, like just grappling everywhere. And suddenly, when I hijacked a car on top, sinabi ko to dati, like, suddenly, the driver started speaking in Filipino. It's like, it's just a
Oh.
random NPC. As in, it's
Mm,
not even an actual character. It's just a random Filipino NPC. Huy, ang ginagawa mo dyan? Bumaba ka, baka madisgrasya ka dyan. As in,
Wait, which just causes this?
this was just cause 2.
Just Cause
So,
2.
Let me
and
look for clips
there's
of that.
there isn't even any subtitles, and his Filipino is the most accurate I've seen. I've
Mhm.
heard pala, I've heard. As in parang, what the hell? What? I guess it makes sense. Since I'm in Southeast Asia, I guess. But holy shit, I never expected this. As for characters, I don't know. Like yeah, like as usual, it depends on the context. Like Neon was, like Josie, it's the same. Pero
Mm.
parang like after you've seen Josie and then other companies do it again, it feels very obvious. No?
Okay.
Mm.
All right. How about you, Lala? Do you enjoy or love seeing something Filipino on a video game that you play?
To be honest, wala naman akong paki eh. Kasi mas may paki ako sa story talaga. Like sa lore, sa
Yeah.
story. I don't really mind like if Josie is there in the Tekken because di naman ako di na naman ako gumagamit ng Josie. And then I don't know if I played a Filipino character in my gameplay. I don't think so. But it would be really nice if like we give we give highlight din sa mga Filipino devs. Because I just realized this earlier that nung na-release yung Until Then, and then yung nalaro ko yung Unfounded, like, I just realized Filipino developers can do a cool game. Like,
Mm.
aesthetic game, and then, like, other people, I mean, other foreigners will appreciate our store, yung culture natin. But it's not, alam mo yung hindi siya overhype just because a certain Filipino
True.
character was in the game, in the popular game like Valorant. I mean, yeah, super hyped yung Neon eh. Super hyped yung Neon. So yeah, that's my take. I don't really wala that's my take. Wala akong pake sa mga Filipino characters na ano mo yung Filipino baiting characters in a video game.
Like
As long as the story is well written, the characters are well written, ganun.
another thing to add is yeah, Filipino characters can be something, pero I think I find it better if like it pulls from our mythologies. Like an example would be
Yeah.
Bakunawa from Freedom Planet 2. Like I was surprised they actually
Mm.
recognized a part of our mythology. Like majority of us don't even know our mythology. Like, who
True.
even knows about Bakunawa anymore in Bathala? Like after grade school, So it's fun to see some kind of rep like that, just to appreciate it.
Yeah. So on my end naman, my take on it, I think I agree with what Ernest says. Like I hate blatant Filipino baiting, but somehow, yeah, I enjoy seeing something na parang marirealize mo na lang, uy, may Pinoy pala sa video game na to. Just like Trickster in Just Cause. Like, diba, na parang, oh, well, it's nice to have like someone speaking Filipino. Like, I was watching Just Cause 2 Filipino NPC. So there are a lot of videos.
Mm.
Compilations of Filipino NPCs sa Just Cause.
Oh,
And I
so
think,
so it's not just like the one character. So there's a
yeah,
Oh
lot of
no,
them.
there are many. Yeah, there are like a
Okay.
minute's worth of like dialogue of like Filipino NPCs. And then ito yung
Jesus
sa
Christ.
Carry
Okay.
Eurodyne. It was ngayon ko lang din
Mm.
nalaman, or as I was writing this our show notes, doon ko lang nalaman na Pinoy pala si Carry Eurodyne ng Cyberpunk 2077. Like, oh, it's a nice trivia. But
mm,
okay. Like,
yeah,
yeah, it's nice.
yeah.
Oh.
Another thing pala, like another one we're represented is in Tropico. The game about dictators.
The Beanie song? Oh, okay.
No,
Ah.
no, no, no. Like not the penis song. What the fuck? What the shit?
Sorry, man.
Like that's one hell of a way to represent us. Like yeah, let's bring out the dark history of the
Uh,
Philippines. I guess.
Oh.
Wait, can I ask you guys something based on Lala's answer? Because Lala did provide some like a specific thing that's very interesting. Because she said it depends on the story. Like normally, she's not gonna give a fuck It depends on the story. Now we go back to Josie Cruz, Josie Rizal. I'm sorry, I'm a little yeah, but Josie Rizal from Tekken. How would you guys feel if they inserted this character in the Tekken lore and actually made her one of the major characters? How would that
Mm,
Oh,
affect? How yeah?
okay, like
How would that
it
affect the
our
has to. They
conception?
opinion.
have to make it super good.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
has to be super good
Mm.
because in Tekken 7, his story is she's getting fucking relief goods from Kuma. That was her only story in another.
Seriously? Oh,
Yeah, her story is she wants to help her parents because like the world is being torn apart by the G Corp and Mishima Zaibatsu war. So she's
uh-huh.
Kuma is there is looking for promising prospects for the Tekken Force, and Josie was actually applying. so,
Mm. All right,
so
huh?
her being part of the Tekken Force could be interesting because holy shit, you know.
Or what if like a reveal happens, right? Like Josie is actually like I don't know, Jin's half sister. Like nagkaroon ng Filipina na
Yeah.
fling si Kazuya. Right? So I don't know.
Kasi,
It was
yeah. Kasi
weird, but
when they make that character a major character, that's obviously not just tokenism, di ba?
yeah.
Kasi they're integrating that character into the main lore. So, like, how would
Mm,
you feel about that? Like, as a Filipino, kasi for me, like, that gives it a different dimension. For me, kasi
yeah.
it's like, fine, you're not pandering to the Filipinos, but my question is, does this character have to be Filipino? So,
It doesn't
yun yung
have to
magiging
be.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
unless they answer a bunch of logical questions
Mm.
about it, yeah. So,
Because the upcoming,
but
yeah,
definitely,
the upcoming upcoming story for Tekken 8, they're including even more characters into the story. Like Eddie makes sense to be included into the main story because he has ties with Kazuya. He has beef with
mm,
Kazuya and the like. Then Heihachi is coming back, and for some reason the Polish minister is also So it really depends
Involved.
on
wait,
how involved you are.
Yeah.
the Polish prime minister is a character that you can
Yeah,
use
she
in the
she
fighting
does
game.
Yeah.
yeah, she does
Si
Kyokushin karate, I think. Si
who
Lydia
who was that?
Sobreska.
Lydia Sobieska.
Uh
Yeah.
Oh,
like
Lydia! I pretty
yeah.
much dropped off Tekken after what 5, 4? I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I agree with I think yeah, the parang do they have it does it have to be Filipino? But you have to give props to them if they do that, right? They had
Mm,
it means they did the research. It means like they put on a lot of money in game development just to feature like a Filipino character, you know. So they, like you have to give them props for the effort na kasi ang dali lang eh like oh let's put a Filipino character and then just like have her speak putang ina in game, right?
Yeah.
So, 'di
Uh
ba
huh.
parang ganun do. So it's an easy decision to make. But to actually like create a game that revolves around the said character, it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of risk as well. So kasi I mean, you're spending a lot of money to, I don't know, please a certain demographic of your fans, which is
mm,
only Filipinos. Other
Hmm.
countries would still play, but would not like you'd still keep, the Filipino. You won't convert normal Filipino gamers. Like you'd still like that's a risk, di ba? Na parang yeah, yung mga Tekken players nilang naman na Pinoy yung mag-enjoy nun. Like you
mm.
won't do much, di ba? Parang like, I think they know that na parang hindi naman madadagdagan yung fan base nyo siguro. You'll get views, I guess, or like I don't know, media coverage, but the actual players who's gonna buy the game, I don't think it's gonna change that much.
I do
So
know a guy who played
Mm.
Josie, but since the playstyle of Tekken 7 is pretty different, like he agrees na if Josie came back for 8, it would fit her playstyle much better. Like sometimes they don't care if it's like Filipino. But if she's just fun to play, it's fine.
yeah,
They won't even consider the Filipino aspect. It's like the character is good for them. It's good for them.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, but
How
again,
about
that's
you?
what that's what I'm sorry, but what I was going to say is that that's what differentiates tokenism
Mm.
actually creating a character that matters. Because again, if they created a character like Josie, who just happens to be Filipino and is integral to the main storyline, then that's not tokenism, right? As opposed to, sige, we should have a Filipino because a lot of
Just
Filipinos
putting it
bring
there.
like it.
Like, poop!
Yeah, yeah,
Ganun.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So, ayan. How about sa'yo, Lala? Kasi, like, we talk about, like, adding her there in the lore, like, part of the main story. Would that change your opinion now of adding a Filipino character?
Ano siya? Kumakain siya ng spam silog.
I
Kape
don't know
on
what to
rice.
say.
Mm.
I don't know what to say, but if it's relevant sa story, then why not, diba?
True.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But my thing
Yeah.
is like, if you're going to add a Filipino to a main story, I hope it's not always like the best Filipino that they choose. I would actually like it more if they pick like the worst fucking Filipino that they could have. Like yung
What, like a
tao-tayan,
drunkard dad? Like, yung
yeah, man, like
tatay na
they
walang
put it
trabaho
there.
na tapos yung may pet
Oh,
siyang manok, 'di ba? Na parang gano'n. Tapos may hawak siyang quattro
yeah.
cantos. The
Oh,
freaking drunk dad.
because that's a key ingredient of pandering, di ba? Like, we'll make sure that you guys are presented in the right way. Like, no, fucking give us something that's real, something that's
Meron sa like it's not in video games pero it's in a Japanese manga or anime. There's a like if you've read Hajime no Ippo, like there's a bunch of
ah.
Filipinos there. But there is one who's an absolute fucking scumbag na and kalaban niya si Ippo. Like he fucking tells him,
Oh.
"Take a dive." And like I'll take care of what of problems that you have. Sige, bayaran kita. I'm
So
in on this.
so it's the main the biggest Filipino character in the manga series just happens to be corrupt. Nice.
He's a huge ass scumbag.
May naalala
Perfect.
tuloy ako because
Oh.
that time, naglalaro kami ni Jazz ng Far Cry 6. Do you remember,
Oh.
our conversation niyo po?
Yeah.
Like, we were talking,
Ah.
what if yung Far Cry 7 sa Philippines mangyayari? It's all about
Saan?
drugs!
Which island though?
No, yeah, which island? That would be fucking fun.
Which island ba yun na pag-usapan natin?
Yeah, we talked about that kasi it perfectly fits the theme, right? Every single
It
Far Cry
does,
game
it
has
does.
drugs, has a dictator, and has like corruption,
Ah,
'di ba? Parang ganun. Like
yes.
you're trying to save this specific country into like, like like there's a rebel, there are rebels, 'di ba? Na parang ganun. So it fits the theme.
Mhm.
But yeah, which island? Probably
It's
like some northern island of the Philippines, right? Because like kasi medyo
there's
tropical.
Kailangan may squatter area.
di ba
Ba't tayo
exactly.
makakancel yan?
Di ba? Kasi
Yan.
it depends on it depends on what they choose to be the storyline. Because remember, Far Cry 5 is against like it's you against a cult. And then Far
Yeah,
Cry 6,
yeah.
it's you
That was
against
weird.
a corrupt politician. Far Cry 4 is again you against a corrupt politician.
A sociopath.
Yeah, man. Far Cry 3 is just you against
Against
like,
a gang leader.
You're being so it depends. Like the thing is like everything that we laid out all applies to the Philippines. You could have 4 bad guys.
I can't argue there. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun though. Yeah, that is going to be like interesting if they do that and then like have Filipino like yung main character bibili ng isaw sa daan, di ba? Or like sasakay siya ng jeep or something like to blend into the Filipino masses, sasakay ng MRT, ganon, to like stalk this villain, di ba? To stalk this politician. That's gonna be fun. So
Yeah, I think that's
Hindi
going to
jeep,
be a big hit in
tricycle.
other countries. Yeah.
a
Well, I
big
don't think it's
hit.
gonna be good. Not here. Kasi tangina nag-MRT na ako araw-araw. Bakit ko pa lalaroin yun?
Laro. And then like make the lines like realistically
Sobrang
na parang
fuck
sobra
that,
you
yeah.
can't skip the lines. You really have to wait in queue.
Far Cry
It's like you hate
PH.
your it's like you hate your players. Like pauwi na kayo.
But it's real
Oh,
though.
it's real. Like, oh
Sir,
my,
anong madaming maiinis niyan eh.
well,
Mm,
wala
I
naman
mean, yeah,
siguro.
no.
that's welcome to the
Uh,
Philippines. Yeah.
or like waiting in line, make it a loading screen. Parang parang if
Oh.
Oh
you're like fast
shit.
travel, 'di ba? Ride an MRT fast travel, yun yung loading screen mo. Pipila siya
Paano
sasakay ng MRT.
paano kung
Eh wala siyang
naka-SSD
beep
Tapos,
ako?
card, 'di ba?
yeah. Pa hindi. Wala kang cash. Tapos pagdating mo dun sa counter, down yung GCash. Ah!
So,
Yung
so oh god. Well,
The
yeah, before we
worst
get
game.
derailed into like having
Mm.
worst game suggestions, let's move on to our the most favorite portion, no? The most favorite segment, which is Captain Mike's babati portion minus the Captain Mike. Hindi ko na ipapalabas yung kasi wala naman na si Captain Mike. So
Legendary
shoutout
PP.
nga pala. Oh, wala na yung legendary PP. So shoutout kay Stanley, ayan, or Resident Mod. Shoutout kay Ate Len. Shoutout dito sa mother-in-law ko, sa mama ni Lala. Ayan. Mami, hello, hello. Sergio, oy, Sergio, hello, hello. Nice meeting you kanina. Ayan. Thank you so much for
sweet.
dropping by.
Ooh.
Jichu,
Look at you,
hola.
making
Ayan.
friends.
A. Ayan. Rusty Brillantes, Tekken topic. No, we just like moved into Tekken kasi nga dyan si Josie Rizal. Sir Jobert, ayan, thank you so much for your support in covering Pgdx. Yes, Sir Jobert, this episode is dedicated for Pgdx and Filipino game developers. Ayan. Teka, di ba hinahabol ni Kuma si Josie dahil nahulog yung hikaw niya? Oh, ba like was that like sabi ni Rusty Brillantes dito. Ayan. Tekken 8 Josie
Wait,
dapat
that's the
nagtatagalog.
entire plot?
Yeah,
Ah,
I no, I don't. I think nagkaroon ng misunderstanding. That's why the fight happens. Kasi like Kuma was just trying to
Okay.
be friendly, and Josie wrongly defends herself from the bear.
Mm. Ayan. So, yeah, shoutout kay
So,
Stanley. Shoutout kay Shaira
basically,
Duran. Yun. Stanley
what
ulit.
Bago
up,
na naman,
Shaira?
bago na naman yan.
Bago na naman. Oo.
Napakalandi mo, Sandy.
Oo. Far Cry pero PH,
Right.
wait, paano kaya pag stealth mode?
Uh,
Well, we're Filipinos. We know our ways. We find ways
Yeah.
to be stealthy.
yeah.
Come on.
Uh,
Oy, Nico Guarte. Hello, hello
I
sa'yo.
mean,
Shoutout sa'yo, Nico. Ayan.
Magpalit ka
Eh,
lang ng t-shirt, ibang tao ka na.
Sino?
yung sa stealth mode sa Philippines. I mean, kaya ako nakakuha ng maraming lumpiang Shanghai pag fighting. Stealth mode.
Di ba?
Stealth mode, di ba? Oo.
Oo.
Dapat di ka mahuli nung may-ari ng bahay, kukuha ka ng Shanghai. Diba? Stealth
Ayan,
mode.
stealth/small talk lang. Charisma check.
Dalakuha.
Habang while you're
Ah.
initiating conversation, yung kamay mo kumukuha.
Yeah.
Lagay sa bulsa.
Tapos may thieves guild yung Philippines, yung mga snatcher at pickpocketer. Ite-train ka
Oh my
nila
God.
into their ways. Di ba? Pwede yun. So, stealth mode.
Hindi
Ayan.
tip skill yan. Ano yan? Parang
Ano ba
Sindikato.
dapat?
Sindikato
Pickpocket
Sindikato.
guild, syndicate, ganon. Assassin's Creed Syndicate
yeah.
Philippines.
we
And
we
then
have
it's a
no,
literal syndicate.
there is no honor among thieves. That's even more true in the
Oo.
Philippines.
ang mo, sindikato, if that's a game, ang heal mo is magpapamasahe ka sa mga bulag. Kasi sindikato din yun.
Ay, pwede.
Putik yun.
Like kapag pag wala ka sa syudad, punta ka sa minsan nasa
Okay.
mall yan.
Alright. So yeah, then we'll move on to the next topic. Let's talk about the history of game development. Syempre, we've been giving like stupid video game ideas, guys. If you're in Pgdx, if you're a developer, don't worry. This is free, free
Yeah,
IP
ideas.
na sa inyo, no? Free ideas
Go for
na
it.
pwede, go for it. If you want like the worst Filipino game possible, get our ideas. It'll be fun.
Ito ba? Yeah, before Jazz goes on, one more. Para civilization pero puro probinsya ng Pilipinas.
Pwede.
Oh,
Pwede.
nice.
Barangay. Hindi
Mga
Sid Meier's
barangay.
Barangay.
Yeah.
Oo,
Ayun.
barangay. Tapos every barangay or every ano no, parang every cultural group may iba-ibang ano, may iba-ibang play style, right? Let's
Exactly.
say yung mga Ifugaos, right? They are more on production. Kasi 'di ba,
Oh.
para they're more on food production, ganun. Kapag Manila naman, they're more on gold, money, 'di ba?
Oo.
Tapos pag naman
Exactly.
dun sa other
Cavite,
parts ng
puro krimen.
Visayas,
Yun,
hindi,
yun
like
yung
they're
ano,
like
yun yung
France, they're like
combat.
spice. Di ba? Spice na parang
Ah,
ano, pwede yun, di ba?
yeah.
Oo. And then other parts of Visayas, they're like witchcraft. Di ba? Na parang ano, parang witchcraft yung
Oh,
kanila doon.
yeah.
No, dahil pag
Tapos,
Mindanao naman, 'di ba? Mindanao arms race, right? Weapons, 'di
saka
ba?
ano,
Oh.
tapos ano,
Yung,
every 30 turns may inter-barangay basketball championship.
May SK Basketball Championship.
eh, tapos ano, when you build your civilization well enough that you produce parang yung religious figure, pero na-produce mo si Kibuloy. Shit, bro.
I mean, yeah, yun
Religious
yung
victory.
great people.
Oo. Yung mga great people, yun yung mga siyempre great people din, 'di ba? Yung mga great na
Oo.
presidente, yung
Pwede
mga
kang ano,
Oo.
Manny
mga
Pacquiao,
di,
mga
mga
actors.
actors. Yeah.
Oo,
Yeah.
culture leads to culture victory, yung mga actors, yung mga
Mm.
athletes, diba
Mga
yun? Pwede yun.
komedyante.
Oo,
Oh, yeah.
great people.
So,
Yeah,
Pwede
yan yung
yun.
great
take note,
people natin.
Filipino developers, take notes.
Oo. Barangay. Hindi kasi Sid Meier's, do dapat yung pangalan ng ano ng developer. 'Di ba? Tapos
Oo.
barangay, 'di ba ganun?
Barangay.
Pwede yun. I mean, guys, we're giving you ideas here. Come on.
This is gold, my friend.
This is gold, right? But again, moving on, baka naman tayo mapunta sa iba-ibang usapan. Let's talk about the history of game development and how it started. All right. So, the first significant milestone in game development in the Philippines was the release of Anito Defend a Land Enraged in November Enraged, right? In November 2003. So that was the first Filipino game or Filipino developed game by Anito Entertainment. It's an action adventure game that showcased Filipino mythology and culture. Are you guys familiar with this? Like, this is the first time I've heard of like Anito, no, Defend Land Enraged. And I'm gonna show you
I'm
guys
looking at it
a.
now.
I think I don't know.
I've never
Ah,
seen this before.
I've
we
never
have
seen it before as well.
I have.
How about you, Trix?
Yeah, I have seen this before. Like when we were purchasing video game magazines in 7-Eleven, they included a demo CD of it, like Anito. And
Oh.
since we didn't have a powerful
What year?
PC,
What years was this?
2003-ish, around that. Kasi ano eh,
Okay.
the
Yeah,
back in the day na they decided to include demo discs in their magazines. A fun time to be sure. Like unfortunately our PC wasn't strong enough to run this, pero it was impressive at the time kasi like yeah, holy shit, video game about our mythology. Like we were so excited for this, but since it was just a demo, parang bitin kami ni Kuya. It was basically just Diablo, but Diablo like and CRPG smashed together. And that was Kuya's jam. Talaga. I never got to properly play it. I would just click on everything and would hear Tagalog dialogue. That's it. That was my experience. Like, yeah.
What would they say? Tangina,
Hindi,
Nagmumura ba
It's,
sila ganun?
uh, hindi naman. Parang like, whenever Juan Tamad is involved, I think. There is a Juan Tamad here.
Oh, fuck. Really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's request na gawa sila ng remake. Diba? Remake.
Mm.
That would be
Oo.
cool if they managed to do that. Like
Like a remake.
I will play this if they manage to do that. Kasi
Yeah.
sayang naman kasi this just faded into obscurity after like it's just a demo disc. Pero you can see how rough it is. Pero it has potential, oh. Looks great for the
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
for
May mga
2003. Yeah.
bamboos. Oo.
Oh,
Ayun. Ayan. I don't know.
it's like
It's too
Ultima.
blurry, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's ultimate. Yeah, like, oh, you killed the boar. Yeah, like let's go. So yeah, that's the first ever Filipino made game again in November 2003.
That we
And
know
then
of.
that we know of, right? And then there were challenges actually in like Filipinos creating or developing games, just like in like infrastructure, funding, exposure. Not really hindi kumbaga nung mga unang panahon hindi pa ganun ka accessible yung opportunities like yun nga video game development, right? So then social cultural factors also play the role, like the influence of the Spanish American eras, shape the narratives ng games natin ngayon, or like the themes. And then Filipino identities as well, 'di ba? Na parang more our developers now would rather ano ba tawag dito, rather cater to like the Western audience, because medyo may challenge kasi pag yung Filipino audiences lang yung parang i-cater nila. 'Di ba? Na para and then sobrang dominant din kasi ang Western games, so ano tawag dito, yung inspiration ng mga developers natin ngayon mga Western games din, because there are not a lot of material. 'Di ba? There aren't a lot of like Filipino games out there to grab inspiration to, right?
Hmm.
And then yung mga academic institutions natin before, wala pang video game development talaga, wala pang wala pa yun, alam mo yun, like video game animation, ganun ang mga courses before. So and then later on, like the indie scene grew, small studios and individual creators explored what video games that it is today. 'Di ba? And then now globally recognized na yung Filipino video games, or like indie games, Pinoy indie games, like napapadala na sila sa Pgdx, napapadala na sila sa any other game shows, right? Or indie game shows abroad, or 'di ba? Overseas. So like titles just like Bayani na kanina, Sinag, or kumbaga yung mga pinag-usapan natin na Filipino games ngayon sa PGDX din. So it showcased Filipino creativity in storytelling. Now I'd like to ask the panel, is the Philippines ready for the global stage in game development? All right, so let me start. I think we are taking the right steps going there, but we're not yet ready. It's no we are rough around the edges. We have the tools, we have the talent, we have the inspiration, we have all this the materials at our disposal. Pero hindi pa tayo nahuhubog talaga. 'Di ba? So we're rough around the edges, but we're getting there. Yun yung sa akin. How about you, Trix? Is the Philippines, ready for the global stage in game development?
Oh no, we're still in the early stages of infancy in the development. Like, yeah, we're seeing some nice indie games coming out. Oh, then, but we do also have some certain talents. Like we also have since we have an office here in Ubisoft, an office of Ubisoft in the Philippines. I'd say they're slowly nurturing their talent there, even if some of the products are questionable at best. As for like actual games developed by Filipinos, we're slowly getting there. Yeah, like with what you showed, like Until Then and Volunteer, I'd say yeah, we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Like I mean, we have diamonds in the rough, like like what I just said. I don't know, like if we can work together as a developing team, maybe we can produce something really impressive in terms of sa game industry. Like it doesn't have to be like mechanically amazing. It has to be it just has to be uh, good enough that the world pays attention.
Hmm. All right. How about you, Rene?
Uh, the short answer is no. Simply because, and this is not just with video games, but yung general Filipino mentality regarding quality, whether
Mm.
it's like other forms of entertainment like movies, TV, all of that. Until For me, like until Filipinos are able to get over that mentality, yung pwede na yan, okay na yan, I don't think we'll ever be ready for a global stage. Kasi here in the country, like I maybe this might be an unpopular opinion, but high quality products, whether it's gaming or entertainment, all of that, it always seems like an exception to the rule when we come
Mm.
up with something that's really really good. So it blows everyone's minds. Like instead of it being a norm. So for me, like once we get to a point wherein delivering high quality products in terms of multimedia, pagka yun na yung norm, only then will I be able to say, no, sige, maybe in the gaming community, we'll be able to compete on a global level. Because there's always that mentality na, okay na yan. Uh,
Mm.
so I have this game, I made this, I developed this, pwede na yan. Ganyan. So it's that. It's for me, like I'm not looking down on any of that, but for me it's a cultural it's a cultural
Observation.
albatross for me.
Yan.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mm.
man. Like it's like it's something na kasi like even in the basic culture, if you see someone exerting effort, 'di ba? That's why we have sayings. Yung Filipinos have sayings na ikaw na
Mm.
matalino, ikaw na magaling. Kasi we tend to look,
Nosebleed.
we tend, yeah, man, like we tend to be hostile towards quality
Mm.
work. And for me, it's that's that. Once we get over that hump culturally, only then we'll be able, because it's holding us back.
Yeah,
Culturally, the anti-intellectualism is holding us back. So that's my take on it.
that's your take. Okay.
Mm.
How about you, Lala? Are we, is the Philippines ready to take the global stage in game development?
For me, yeah, same with Trickster and Rene. Hindi pa. Because we're still at the baby steps. Like, baby steps pa din talaga. And siguro soon. Soon we'll be getting there. Kasi, yun nga, ano ba? Kalimutan ko ano yung sasabihin ko. Yun nga, sig- siguro, there are still siguro, hindi ko na alam yung sabihin ko. Sig-
Kaya mo
Take
yan.
your time. Yeah, take your time.
I have faith.
Teka, nasa isip ko na nakalimutan ko na yung sasabihin ko. Pero, ayun, um, ah, siguro kasi hindi pa fully developed yung mga games na hindi pa tayo kasi on par on global aspect. Like, ganon. Like, oh, sige, yes. And I think Altnid then nare-recognize na ng ibang bansa. But what about the other games? Like, sobrang niche pa kasi ng games natin sobrang niche pa kasi ng games natin dito locally. So, I think it still needs a local recognition muna. And then we'll go to the global aspect.
Okay. Yeah, I think yeah, we're niche as it is, and then the support is still super niche pa. So kumbaga, we are the niche of the niche. Para ganun yung parang gusto sabihin ni Lala, 'di ba? So, yeah, I think I believe na wala pa tayo doon, but I think we are getting there. Right? Like with the right push, with the right in the if we're pushing the right direction, I think we are getting there. Like we've got games getting awards, we've got games getting that's a start, right? That's a start, and then
Yeah,
just
baby steps. It won't happen in
uh
like a year, but we're
yeah,
getting there. It
we're
could
getting there.
happen.
Mm. So like sinabi ni Trickster na hindi naman kailangan na sobrang ganda ng graphics. It doesn't necessarily need to be like triple A quality or quadruple A quality, right? Just put like, I don't know, a 2.5D game there that's fun, sarap naman ang kinakain na rin eh. Yan. Put a 2.5D
Sorry.
game
Napaka-crunchy.
there, crunchy!
Hindi, hindi pa ako sorry.
It's
All right,
fine.
no problem. And so like to put a 2.5D game there, put like a little bit of like an awesome marketing campaign. Why not? Right? So kumbaga it really depends, like sabi nga ni Rene, it depends on our mentality towards quality. 'Di ba?
Mm.
Na para yeah, all right, para may ma-present tayo, 'di ba? Hindi naman ganoon. 'Di ba? So
That's the
I
thing, though.
think
Like sometimes a miracle can happen. Like until then, I've never heard of the game until it just came out. And the best part is cheap. It's super cheap, like 500 pesos
mm,
now. And so and the experience is good. Like I can recommend it. Like if you're into stories like if you're into games like Night in the Woods or something similar like that, give it a try.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ayun,
No
again,
marketing at all, by the way. So
yeah, give it a
you
try.
just find out.
Mm. So yeah, again, guys, give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Like, go to Pgdx. Try out the games. I'm sure you'll find one game out there that you'd really love to try out or really love to support. Right. So speaking of Pgdx, let's move on to our next topic, which is Philippine GameDev Expo. How it started and kumbaga, who's behind PGDX. So I think nasa comment section siya kanina. Sir Jobert, ayan I think if you're still watching, we are in full support of Philippine Game Dev Expo. So it debuted last year, August 8 to 2023, making a significant milestone as a first of its kind dito sa Philippines, which is like a B2B game development expo talaga. Diba? It
Damn, that was
features
just
video
last year. I
games.
didn't know that. I thought it
Yeah, it
was
was last year. Yeah. So it
Oh,
was last
that's
year
good.
lang.
That's good.
Yeah. So it mainly focuses on video games, like the core of gaming development, 'di ba? So it's still SMX pa rin siya last year, SMX pa rin siya this year, organized by CBZ and Perspective and the Game Developers Association of the Philippines. So it wasn't just another event. It really is a platform for local game developers to showcase their talent. Ang daming iba-ibang klaseng video game. Last year, merong Good Night, Mecha Blitz, meron yung High Times pala yun, Rene, the game with the donuts, drugs, and excess. Right? So,
Oh,
High
hinanap
fuck.
ko,
times. All
like,
right.
High Times. Right, yeah. Like, you own a
Mm.
donut shop with all the drugs and shit. So, it's High
So
Times.
weird.
It's on Steam.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's
Really?
on
It
Steam.
is
Oh, I
on
want to
Steam.
try it out.
Yeah.
It's a dating sim din. Yeah, so,
Wait,
yeah.
was
Yeah.
What?
sa Pgdex?
Ha?
Was sa Pgdex yun kanina?
Nandun ata kanina eh, but it was there last year. Yeah, it was there last year. So kumbaga this
Wait, I'm
expo
I'm
aimed
I'm
to
looking at High Times yung cooking visual novel. Is this what are we looking at the same thing?
does it
Yeah,
have a donut on it?
it's full of donuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
is.
Yes,
Oh
that's
yeah.
the thing. That's it. That's the
Add
game.
to your wish list.
So PGDX brought together global and local gaming industry leaders. Meron Tokyo Game Show, Taipei Game Show gets involved. International game developers gets involved. This year they got Atlus with Metaphor Fantasio. They got SNK, right? So
did
kumbaga
like
it's a
okay.
melting
Quick
pot.
question. Yeah, a quick
Yes.
question. Did they show off Billy Kane in in the SNK booth? Like it's a weird coincidence that yesterday was PGDX and suddenly Billy Kane came out. Was announced. Did they show off Fatal Fury there, or was it just the dev?
Wait, was it Fatal Fury? Teka lang. Uh, I think oh shoot. I think it's Fatal Fury, man. I'd get back to you. Babalik ako sa B2B area. But I think it's Fatal Fury na para may booth sila doon sa B2B area.
Shit!
Was it
Fucking
Fatal
missed out.
Fury? Like I think it's a new Fatal Fury. I don't know,
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Garo. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, take pictures. I want to see
Yeah, we'll
shit.
take pictures tomorrow. Yeah, it's a new Fatal
Or-
Fury game.
Dapat nandito ka na, Trix.
Oo,
Wait,
dapat pumunta ka
there's
dito.
a
May
new
Pagyo eh.
Fatal Fury game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wala,
yeah.
walang
They
bagyo. Do not believe the
Walang
the hype. I
sige, malulot na
I-
naman.
I thought
The
it was
fuck?
just like Billy Kid showing up in Street Fighter. What
Oh
are
no,
you
that's
saying?
Terry and Mai.
That's Terry
Sa
Bogart.
Yeah,
Oh.
and Mai sa Street
No,
Fighter
Billy
6.
Kane isn't Billy Kane is in Street Fighter as well. I saw like a
No,
video.
no, no, no. That was like Street Fighter 6 is Terry Borgard and Mai for Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
Like yesterday they just announced Billy. He finally doesn't have a bandana. Man looks actually smart
I think it's wait, I'm trying to look it up.
I
fashion
Is it
wise, by the
I
Fatal
way.
like the
Fury
bandana.
City of the Wolves, something like that?
Yes.
Doon,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's yeah, it's a new Fatal Fury game. I think yun yung parang
Yeah.
Did
backdrop
they
nila sa likod.
Parang may ganun.
but have you seen material from the new Fatal Fury game? Because I
Wala pa.
just want to
We
know
went by
because
their
it
booth. Kasi yung backdrop
okay.
kasi,
Walang
yeah,
tao.
walang tao yung
Okay.
booth nila eh. But
Kasi
we remember
yun nga,
distinctively like yung backdrop.
it's ano kasi, it's a trend with modern gaming and I just want to know, I hope they don't do this, but did they nerf my Shiranoi's boobs? Because I
We have yet to see what she looks like in Street Fighter 6. So far it's Terry for now.
ah,
It's Terry for now,
okay.
but we will see. We will see what they'll do to Mai.
Ah,
If
ayun.
she
So
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
the
You don't put
guy.
silencers on that thing.
All right.
The guy?
So ayun, Yasuyuki Oda pala yung nandun sa Pgdx, like one of the developers of SNK. Ayan. So he works
Shit.
at SNK, that guy. Yeah. All right. So, again, it has become a melting pot. Like, ang daming developers from outside the Philippines coming in to Philippine GameDev Expo. Siyempre, hindi nawawala yung esports, hindi nawawala yung workshops, cosplays, community gatherings, right? Because every good expo has to have like a little bit of everything, all right? So now, I wanted to ask you guys because this is now the meaty bits of the episode, right? PGDX on different perspectives. So we have Trickster who has not attended a PGDX event. We got Rene who only attended last year. We have Lala who only attended this year, and we got me who attended both years. No, so now let's start with Trickster, right? If you're given a chance, diba, to attend this year's PGDX, what's the first booth or attraction you would like to go to? So yung mga nakita mo online na mga ina-announce, and what you wish to see in PGDX aside from indie games.
Like, that's hard to say because immediately I would go to the indie booth and see what's
Yeah.
up over there. Just find what catches my eye and sit down and just talk with the devs while playing what they're doing there.
And destroying
For
their game.
No, I don't have to destroy their game. Like I just want to I want to push buttons, see how the game feels. Like was it Conquest or ESGS? I
Have you
remember seeing some.
have you spoken with the Mecha Blitz guys since you pretty much destroyed the game?
I mean, we're still waiting on Cap to give us the go ahead for the Mecha Blitz thing. Remember? I think he
Yeah.
forgot again.
Mm, mm.
Like
It's his age. I apologize on his behalf.
like there was one game that caught my eye called Keyboard Warrior. It's just a typing game, yet the premise for what they used for it is pretty interesting. Basically, it's it's an active fighting. It's an active battle typing game where you have to type in words while dodging. It's an interesting premise. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before, aside from Typing of the Dead. But that's more of a rail shooter than an actual beat
Mm.
'em up or whatever. Like as for like as other than the indie booths, I guess the other I guess the guest developers like SNK or Atlas, just to see what they're cooking up and maybe a showcase of what they're cooking up right now that
Mm.
I'm currently missing out on.
Wait,
Like
Debo, did they
if I
did they
find out they have fucking Garo over there on the SNK booth, I'd be so mad. Like fucking
wait, did they give out a copy of Metaphor Fantasio kanina?
what?
'Di ba?
What
Yung
the
scan
fuck?
this QR code on stage and then may raffle sila. Was that
Oh,
a copy of the game?
I'm not sure kasi
dang.
flat yung envelope eh.
Oh, I don't know what that is. They gave out an envelope.
Parang
Maybe
siyang
that's the code.
envelope.
Maybe a code. There's a
Probably
code
the code.
inside. I
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, they gave out something. To
Or
like
probably merch or something.
yeah. But all right.
Still though.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, like yeah, that's what I wanted to see if I ever get a
Mm.
chance to go
To
there.
visit. Yeah, okay. All right. So Rene, someone who attended only last year.
Yeah.
What was your feedback of last year's event that you decided to skip this year's PGDX? And if you are not as busy as you are right now, would you attend
Yeah.
PGDX 2024?
I definitely would be there. Right? Like not right now because no one's there right now, but I would definitely be there.
Mag-attend ka na
Like for this
bukas.
weekend. Yeah, I can't. Actually, we'll talk offline afterwards, or not like off air. But last year, here's the thing: like everyone who watches this and everyone who works with me knows this. I fucking hate crowds. So every time we cover an event, I'm always complaining. I'm still doing my job, but I'm still complaining. Last year, the one thing that I truly loved about PGTX, and it's also the one thing that actually entices me to come to PGTX this year is of course the tabletop section. Obviously, so shout out to my good friends from Neutral Grounds, Rap, who's doing demos for Marvel Crisis Protocol, to Freddy Tan, who I heard dropped a pretty penny on a nice little
On
laptop.
a
Yeah,
laptop.
what the
So,
hell was that? What man?
so yeah, because it's for me like that's a really really cool thing that they've done. Because like PGDX could have focused solely on video games, and I don't think it'll hurt the bottom line that much because like video games are the main thing, but to shine a spotlight on tabletop gaming as well, it's something like me as a mostly tabletop gamer. That's something that I appreciate because it's gaming in all of its forms always leads
Mm.
to good communities, and I like that gaming as a hobby in general, whether it's tabletop, video games, or whatever medium that you prefer, it's getting this sort of platform. So definitely, like I will like if again, like Jazz alluded to, if I wasn't as busy as I am, I would probably be there earlier, like today, doing the usual thing that we do whenever we have events, which is we show up and then
No, you
Captain
won't do
Mike
the
annoys
usual
me.
thing because Mike is not
Yeah.
there. So you can
Yeah.
enjoy the
Yeah.
event as much as you want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hindi
It's
hindi
it's going
mawawala
to be
yung
like a
partner mo.
it's going to be a good day. Yeah.
Bakit ah?
But yeah,
Bakit? Ano nangyari?
so yeah, I think that the tabletop aspect, that's my thing, man. Like that's
Mm.
something so if people are watching this and they're gonna show up tomorrow for PGDX, drop by the tabletop section, look for Rap Banson. He'll teach you how to play Marvel Crisis Protocol, and then if you're from the south we can play, and yeah,
What if Games
it's
Workshop
gonna
was
be
there?
great. It's fine.
Games
Games
Workshop.
Workshop, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, remember. I should raise this now. Remember at the start of the year, I mentioned I was going to get into Warhammer. That's no longer happening because I don't know.
A shame,
I don't know.
really.
Uh,
A shame what
yeah,
happened to
man.
it.
Certain things I don't agree with. But yeah, I mean, tabletop. I think, especially with Lala and Jazz here, who I've seen, like they're very very competitive in terms of games. I would love to sit down and have a tabletop session with all of you guys. So Lala and Jazz being
Yeah.
competitive,
Turuan mo ako.
Trickster with his creative ways of being. Yeah, but I have a few games here now I can teach you guys. I have the patience naman to teach most people how to play a certain game. Most
Mm.
people. Uh, so I
Most
will
people.
have.
Most people.
Yeah. So depende. I mean, if Captain Mike is a little, I'm going to have to stretch there, but yeah. It's gonna be fun. Let's make content out of it. I think our audience would like to see how we do with the dice rolls and all of that. But yeah,
Yon.
PGDX, yun nga, tabletop. That's my thing. That's my job.
All right. Now for Lala, who's only attended this year, after seeing PGDX, do you think you missed out on last year's festivities? Was there a FOMO moment or like sayang hindi ako nakasama last year kind of moment?
For me, hindi. Hindi, kasi sooner or later malalaro ko din yung mga games na probably a good ones or hype ones na really sa PGTEX. But it's a nice it's a nice time din na what do you call this? It's a nice thing then na I attended PG Dex because I get to appreciate more yung indie area. Doon ako tumambay eh. Doon ako tumambay habang busy si Jazz and then naglaro ako. And then I get to appreciate Filipino games because may mga games I just realized may mga games pala na magaganda. Like, ayun.
Bakit? Pangit ba yung mga nilalaro mo?
Hindi kasi naubusan ako ng mga RPG games na I wanna play. Yun.
Okay.
Naging children's area yung indie booth para kay para kay
Yeah.
Josh. Naging
Ang hirap nga niya hanapin kanina. Ang hirap hanapin
Can
nila.
I ask
was
you,
like, yeah.
No,
Sure,
go
sure.
on. Continue.
Sure, go.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask you, Jazz, kasi being as the only person who has been in both PGDX events, anong contrast and comparison between last year's and this year's?
Well, I had to say this year's event has a lot more things to do since they shifted more like they did like 50-50 na B2B and B2C, right? Because last year was like full B2B. You're meeting a lot of professional people. So like, you have to be like, like you have to be professional. I was there last year sending business cards to people, right? Right now, I was there to just really enjoy the event.
Yeah, I remember last year we spent most of the day sa media room.
Sa media room,
Fucking
right?
around,
Because we got good food. Thank you so much, Wizmax.
Yes.
Si Rene kumain ng pangit na shawarma, 'di ba? Like I remember that last year. You were super
The worst
pissed about the shawarma.
Like, how can you fuck up shawarma? It's like literally just meat, cheese, fucking sauce. How can you fuck? I don't know.
And then like
I
after
hope
you
they're
ate the
not back for
shawarma,
this
they
year.
gave us good food. 'Di ba? Na parang they gave us like
Uh,
rice bowls and burgers, right? So
That was their apology, yes.
yeah, but I think the comparison, the media room wasn't in dun sa kabilang side na yung parang so yung media room is in the halls mismo, just like a separate area there.
Okay.
Like a closed space there. So rinig mo rin talaga
Yeah.
yung mga stage and different people, screaming and yelling. So it's not like a
So you're not completely detached from the event.
Yeah. They're not detached sa event, yeah. I think din, mas maraming upuan last year sa event. I mean, this year wala masyado upuan. So yun lang yung parang gripe ko. There were nowhere to sit.
Wait, what do you mean
So,
upuan? Upuan where?
Sit chairs like in the stage.
No, like in what area? Oh, really? So in general,
Yeah.
there's just
In
less-
general, yeah, there were
Okay.
not much chairs to sit down on. You see people camping out na lang doon sa mga activity areas, like para lang talaga makaupo, right? But I don't have a problem with it. Like it just means like people, you got people moving around. Hindi masyado madaming tao, 'di ba? Na parang same lang din. So I think I really just enjoyed this year's PGDX because again, I don't have to send out business cards and explain myself to people every single time. I think yun lang yung sa akin.
Plus,
Ano?
yeah. Plus, it's obviously a lot better than Conquest. I'm just saying.
Dude, sure, yes, it's a lot better. And yeah, I would like to share because some random guy from Guildhall, the initiative we're working on, gave me this and this. Yeah, so more toys to put on my non-existent toy shelf. Asa na yung ano, yung Miku? Dalawa na yung Miku ko na ano tuloy. Oh, yan. So, yeah, we got REM, the Milky Way, and then meron tayong Zenitsu. And so, a lot more toys. Rene, you're muted pala, by the way.
Sorry, sorry. You've been getting, well, what I was saying is like you've been getting a lot of free toys over the past year and a
Yeah.
year or so. I don't know why you still don't have a toy shelf. I think it necessitates a toy shelf now. The
Yeah, I
amount of
think
toys you
so.
have.
Like, we need,
Yeah.
like, I've been telling Lala din, like, really need a toy shelf. Like, kahit dito lang na so maliit. So, kahit dito lang na maliit lang. Right?
Just a
So,
small
yun.
fridge, you know.
A small toy
Yeah.
shelf, right? So, yun ang kailangan namin. But yeah,
It's
I
my
really
pinto.
enjoyed this year. I had a lot of fun. Like, I mean, I played the Dance Maniac second mix. Nag-Guitar Hero din ako. So, tomorrow dun din, babalik din ako dun. So, yeah. More booths, more activities. Yun lang yung parang difference.
Mm.
Alright.
Great, great, great,
I
great.
want more choices of food.
Yeah, more food choices. Si Mami Poland's nandun. So,
I don't
we're
think-
happy that Mami
Whoa!
Poland was there. Last year, wala si Mami Poland last year, di ba? So, that's why you had to
Wala.
deal with the bad shawarma.
Eat shawarma. That's why I had to eat that fucking shitty shawarma thing. And I'm glad na yun nga. The thing is, like, to give our audience some context, I was super hungry, and I'm one of those people that I'm always hungry, so I have to eat like every 4 hours. So I was so hungry, so again I got the shawarma. The reason why I got the shawarma is because it was the only food stall na walang pila. And then once I got the shawarma, I discovered why. I discovered bakit wala siyang pila.
Bakit walang pila?
Oh. And then I went back to the media room eating my shitty shawarma. And then a lot of other people there, like organizers and other media people, were saying like, kinain ko rin yan kahapon, hindi yan masarap. Fucking, I already have it.
As you were eating.
Yeah, man. Like,
like,
but
man.
thankfully, yeah. Thankfully, like after, like I don't remember who gave the talk. Winmax, no? Winmax did the
Wizmax,
talk,
yeah.
the interview thing, yeah. And then they gave us fucking rice bowls and chicken burgers that were really good. So normally I don't overeat, but after eating the fucking shitty, I don't know. Are they back? The fucking shawarma place? Are they back there?
Well, there was a shawarma place there, but I don't know if it's the
Okay.
exact same shawarma place.
Sige, kasi,
I'm not
like,
sure.
Because if I have time, I would show up tomorrow and just burn them down. That was so terrible. But yeah, like because that's actually always one of my biggest gripes whenever we do cons. The
food.
food options are always usually shit. That's why we fell in love with Poland, right? Because then the food
Yeah.
is usually good.
Super good.
Yeah. Oh, and then like fucking like last year, like I had to deal with that fucking shawarma. It's the worst. It's, 1 year later, I'm still carrying the fucking
You're
grudge
still
of fucking, yeah,
the trauma of the bad shawarma, dude.
yeah. Because you can't fuck up shawarma. You're just wrapping meat. Fuck them. God, I hate them. That's it. Pgdx.
Alright, so before we talk about food and bad food in conventions,
Yeah.
that would be a nice topic or a side topic, like convention
Yeah.
food.
Convention
What was the
food.
best
Yeah.
food at a convention? Like for sure lahat tayo Poland din sasabihin natin. But yeah,
No, so BJ is no longer around, but he does have a contender, and Chino knows this. But
I don't know.
he had one, but it's one of those fucking sizzling places, and they gave them like how they give you like sizzling meat, wherein it's both
Yeah.
well done and it's also undercooked.
Steak Garage. The Steak Garage.
Ah,
We tried it out.
yeah.
Gosh.
It's like
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm actually gonna try that out to see what you mean. I'm the only one who
It
hasn't
was-
tried the cursed food.
It was overcooked on the outside but undercooked on the inside, which is again very impressive for me because that's very hard to pull off.
Did they try to make it like Wagyu? Because that's how. What the fuck? How do you do that?
I don't know. No one
why they will
knows.
try to. I don't know why they would try to make it look like Wagyu because it was pork.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's
But yeah,
fat, right? So maybe. All right.
probably.
What the
All right.
fuck? How do you
All
undercook
right.
fat? What the shit?
I don't know. I don't know, Trickster. No one knows. It again, it's really hard to pull off, and I probably like sila lang yung nakakagawa nun, di ba? So, before we close this episode, let's talk about Fever Dreams. I think we talked about our stupid ideas for a Filipino game, but let's have each and every one of us provide their own idea. Let's do this real quick. If you're given a chance to conceptualize a game inspired by Filipino heritage, history, not necessarily a direct representation of the past. It can be fiction. What kind of game would it be? So what genre, what theme, and what gameplay? And so I'm giving you guys like a I give you guys time to think about it while I give out my answer. So I would really want an Assassin's Creed game based on the Philippines during the Spanish era. Yun.
Let's
So
have Yasuke.
no, not Yasuke. No. Let's have a Filipino version of Yasuke, or something. Oh, he is like the right hand man of Andres Bonifacio. He was given a bolo and I don't know, a revolver or some shit like that.
Oh
But
no,
no,
Fuck,
Assassin
geography.
instead Assassin's Creed Philippines. Tapos yung protagonist is the guy who stayed is the Japanese guy who stayed in a bunker who didn't know the war was done.
didn't know what, oh yeah, the war was done, like, diba?
That
But I
that
would
that's
really
his
love
ending. That's his ending.
ending. But I mean, like in the Spanish
Oh,
era kasi they brought in, 'di ba? They brought in Christianity, right? They brought in, so they were the Templars technically, right? So yung mga Pilipino noon, sila yung parang they made a resistance, and then
Si
like they
Kesa yung
are the
Templar.
they are the assassins, 'di ba? Na parang head Templar ko no si Magellan, and then when he died, like someone rose to power and then did the things, and then there was
The
actually like,
Spanish occupation. Okay,
yeah, Spanish occupation of the
kala ko
Philippines,
yung
right?
KKK. Hindi.
Okay, no, no, not the KKK. Like yung Spanish occupation talaga, na parang there's this native Filipino, like make it really Filipino. Because at some point, di ba, parang years down the line, mga mistiso na yung mga tao, hindi na fully Pinoy, hindi na katutubong Pinoy yun eh. So I want like a full native Filipino. Di ba? Let's say, ano siya siguro, anak siya ni Humabon, or anak siya ni, sino nga yun, yung mga ano, di ba? Or let's say, half brother pala siya ni Lapu-Lapu, or anak siya sa labas ni Lapu-Lapu, right? Something like that. I really want like Assassin's Creed game like based on the Spanish era, Spanish colonization of the Philippines. So again, gameplay like Assassin's Creed, like, theme, yeah, yun na, Philippine history. Yeah. So how about you, Rene?
Before I give my answer, I'd like to, because in the comments, Captain Mike actually provided
You
his.
noticed too.
He wants to do a BPO simulator. So may trabaho, so you go to work every day, and then may inuman, may outing, tapos deal with the boss.
That's not,
So
Well, that's
that's not
interesting.
it's yeah, it
That's-
is.
It's kind of interesting. It's like like just a
it's half
Filipino
a premise.
simulator.
Yeah.
That's just a normal Filipino simulator. Then
So,
add in our
uh,
ideas nung MRT kanina, 'di ba? Na para dapat di ka
yeah.
malate, 'di ba? So what do you have to do? What do you need to do? Do you take the taxi? Mababawasan yung pera mo, 'di ba?
Yeah.
You have to pay rent, you have to pay utilities, ganun ba 'yun, like just a Filipino
Tas yung ano,
simulator.
yeah, tsaka BPO yan. So may mga senaryo na nilalandi ka ng teammate mo may asawa. I mean, it happens. Kasi ganun eh. It's common. But
I
yeah, so
don't
that's
think
Mike's answer.
that's fun though. Kasi, I mean, that's not
Yeah.
relegated to Filipino culture. That's just toxic work culture in a nutshell,
It's
though.
In a nutshell.
it's BPO culture, I guess. uh,
Ah.
I'm just my thing is like you guys know how much I love Persona, right?
Yeah.
So
There's
it's
so much.
my thing is like a Philippine version of Persona where like at night you go to this imaginary land, fight mythical beings and all that. But during the day you're in school and you're doing what you need to do. You go to class and all of that shit. However, in my version, you're going to Lasal because it's wherein everyone.
City, ganon.
Yeah, man, like lahat konyo. Tapos like, bro, like naman approach you when you click on the dialogue box. Bro, kamusta, bro? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's going to be so much fun. Just trying to, you're trying to establish relationships like in Persona, but all of the people around you are just these vapid konyo kids, wherein you just can't get anything out of them. It's going so you can't enrich your
Oh,
persona. But yeah, it's great.
God.
Uh,
That's
I
gonna be a
miss my
funny
classmates. Yeah.
premise, you know.
Oh,
And then you go to a place called Otnod at night. You know, like Persona 3, like the night, ano yun?
Otnod.
yeah.
Midnight
Oh,
hours. 'Di ba? Ano Tartarus?
oh.
Was that Tartarus, right? So you
Tartarus. It
call
was
it
Tartarus. Yeah.
Otnod. So
Otnod.
Otnod,
Otnad.
'di ba?
Like yeah, no,
Ot
Otnod pala.
your sidekick character would be like, bro, ang dami mahirap dito, bro. it's gonna be, it's gonna be great.
Ano yung
It's
So
gonna
mascot?
be
what's
so
the
much fun.
ano yung mascot nyo, and then what's the final boss? Kumbaga ano yung parang gusto nyong
The
i-fix?
uh, the mascot is obviously going to be a green archer. Kasi nga Lasal siya. Hail, hail, ano naman.
Hell yeah.
Ano naman? Ano naman?
And syempre, like the big boss would be yung MMDA na lagi kang sinisita pagka yung car mo is hindi okay. Like, bro,
Akala ko ba pag hindi okay yung car mo, nahuli ka, tatawagan mo si daddy. Right? Like, I call me
yeah,
daddy.
yun yung,
Oh,
yun yung persona mo. Yun yung
si
persona mo.
daddy.
Like, you press the button, oh, persona, and fucking daddy
Yung
shows up.
persona cellphone, hindi barrel cellphone.
Eh,
Persona, tatawagin yung parents.
uh, So like it's I like any media that makes fun of the konyo culture because there's always it's it's rich in material, and
Yeah.
I don't think any local game has done that, so I'd like to see that.
Alright. So it's a persona based on Lasal and Tondo. Ayan yung kay Rene. Sa'yo, Trickster.
Local person.
Lasal or Ateneo.
Alright.
Ateneo hindi.
Basta it's a konyo persona.
Yeah.
Alright, sa'yo, Tricks.
I mean, I've been recently playing like tycoon games like Against the Storm. Like I still haven't even touched Supermarket Simulator, so my game will be somewhat based on that. But instead of supermarket, fishbowl as in Kariton. You have to manage your funds for fishbowl.
Tuhog
tuhog.
simulator.
And as you get your funds, not only do you have to juggle your living expenses, but you can pimp out your fishbowl carton too. And you get more ingredients, hindi lang kikiam, hindi lang kwek-kwek.
Hotdog.
You can,
may
may
chicken ball.
Oo.
Tapos may may rice ka nang kasama, may siomay.
Oo, you upgrade. Palaki ka ng palaki in terms of in terms of your business. Like to the point na
Yung
like
improvement to the manong sauce.
Oo.
Pwede ka gumawa ng sarili mong sauce. Yung para
Tapos una bike ka lang, pwede ka ng motor. Next yung motor na.
Tapos food cart.
Nagbabayad.
Yung
Food truck ka na sunod, food truck.
Oo.
Na puro lang din kwek-kwek.
Tapos yung quality ng sauce depends on what you make. Tapos you get to choose the price. Like bahala na kung ma-food poison yung customer mo, sila na bahala doon. Pero it
Tapos
will affect
pag
your reputation.
may mga may mga scenario din na sisitahin ka, 'di ba? Kasi paalisin ka dun sa pwesto mo,
Oo,
lilipat ka ng
oo.
pwesto.
Wala kang permit.
Iiwasan mo yung MMDA, parang gano'n.
Wala kang permit dito or inagawan ka ng mas malaking mas better na tuhog-tuhog, 'di ba?
Tapos yung mga pulis nga, kuha ng products mo, di naman nagbabayad. Yung mga ganun. So, iwasan mo.
Oo. Ay, pwede yun. Parang mechanic, parang
Dapat
they keep you
hulihin,
here,
mahuli
tapos
mo. Oo.
instead na, saka, yung mga corrupt, yung mga yung mga, they turn aside basta they get free shit from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yun, oo.
Tapos sa weekends, kapag hindi mo pag di mo jive yung fishball, sorbetes. Yeah.
May side gig.
Oo, di ba?
Anong tawag doon sa Pilipinas? Dirty ice cream.
Dirty ice cream. So,
Huwag
but
na rin
technically,
yung...
it will,
So,
sidewalk vendor simulator na siya. Ganon siya.
oh,
No,
pero pwede, you can move the kariton if you want. Para so you can avoid getting caught by the MMDA.
MMDA. Tapos pag nahuli
Tapos,
ka, back to
if you,
zero ka, syempre.
oo, kukunin nila lahat yun eh. Pero if you
tapos
press the space bar, yung character mo magra-rugby. So 3 days siya disappear.
Stress relief. Stress relief.
Stress relief. Alright. Eto lang, I have to point it out. Meron si Stanley. Ano daw? Ano to? Hindi, MMDA simulated. Ito, basketball na ano daw. 2K, college 2K basketball. College like FEU, tapos may career mode kung saang school ka, ganun. Pwede, no? Pwede ring start ka inter-barangay ka muna, di ba? Oo.
Basically, it's 2K with a 2K with a local basketball skin. So,
oo, local basketball.
Tapos directed by Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
I would only accept that if there is a realistic portrayal of Jejemons.
Yun. Or what if Fight night, then Pacquiao. So, si Pacquiao yung coach mo. So it's gonna be voice acted by Pacquiao, then face scan ni Pacquiao, mock-up ni Pacquiao, lahat. Tapos ikaw yung parang the next Pacquiao. Di ba? Pwede yun.
The next I can't imagine a mock-up Pacquiao.
And then tatakbo ka rin bilang senador. Tatakbo ka rin senador, magiging singer ka din, di ba? Maging politician ka rin, pwede yun.
Punta kang
pag kumakanta kami rhythm na minigame.
Para sa'yo. Ang laban na to.
Ang laban na to.
Alright, ikaw Lala, ano sa'yo?
Ayun. Seryoso yung akin eh, pero like, ayun, parang malagay
akin din naman
kami, Lala.
Seryoso din yung akin. As in. No, for real. I want that to happen.
Lala, ang kailangan ko lang funding, Lala. Okay.
Sa akin, parang, kasi alam niyo naman, may ligaw sa RPG. So, like, God of War, but Filipino mythology. Ganon.
It better have a jump button. Yeah. Like,
yeah, you should. Tapos open world. Like, freely ka maka-explore.
Pwede. Like, if it's, kasi, like,
anong setting? Like, anong timeline siya? Kasi God of War was set in, when was it set? Like, it was during the time of the gods, right? So, pagka Filipino version, saan siya nakaset? Mga Bathala ba yan?
Yeah, mga Bathala. Ganun. Siyempre kasi parang malaga
before
ba
the
eh.
Spaniards.
So, before the Spaniards. Like, so, since we're talking about God of War, parang siyang, yung like, yung mga characters are mga gods in the Filipino mythology, like ganun.
So you kill gods?
Maybe.
Is that why we don't hear about them anymore?
Yeah, probably.
And then at the ending, the Spanish boats are coming.
Apokalipto.
Pero it would be nice it would be nice pag may Filipino version ng Far Cry.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yun.
Tapos
Can you really count God of War as an RPG?
If you sa Filipino na Far Cry, if you tap on your right click, your character does rugby.
Or
may
healing, di ba yung Far Cry may iba-ibang healing method si Far Cry, like you crack your wrist, tanggalin mo yung buto.
Pero laging
meron
yung
yung isang ibang heal mo foil.
Yung pag wala kang herb. Pag wala kang herb,
foil.
That's what you do, di ba? Like you fucking do your bones and shit. Yung foil, sindi ka lang.
Sindi, di ba?
Pen.
Sisigutin mo yung pentel.
Tapos yung mga rebels mo, mga keyboard warrior na i-convert mo into actual warriors, di
Oo.
ba? So yung para
Ano,
rebel, oh, we have
pero
a
ano daw
rebel
siya?
group, ganun. Tapos pagpasok mo
So,
sa
rebel
hideout ng
group.
rebel group, internet cafe.
Oo. Hindi,
Pwede.
pagpasok mo doon, ano lang siya, isang tao lang siya managing 50 dummy accounts. So, parang, that's my entire
Ayun lang
army.
yan.
Okay.
And then your character was expecting like an entire resistance army, no?
Oh,
Tapos
oh.
puta isang tao lang na may 50 dummy accounts pala.
It's just one fat guy.
Ah,
Oh my God.
pwede yun, no? Dummy account simulator. Yung parang
Uh,
magmamanage ka ng madaming dummy account tapos maghahanap ka lang ng kaaway sa Facebook. And the goal is dapat hindi mahuli na dummy account yung mga account mo. So you have to
oh,
make it active every single time na iba-iba yung post, iba-iba
uh,
yung comment, di ba?
Kasi may iba yung
magre-reply
persona
ka
mo.
sa
Oo,
sarili
iba-iba yung
mo.
persona.
Uh,
Oo,
So
reply
yung
ka sa
ano,
sarili mong comment.
so yung isang user sa Epic Games. Ay, yun ang dami nun, dami account po. Yun. Is
Kaya,
yeah. Basically, that's you being an AEW fan.
NAW fan.
oh.
Oh, God, Reneno.
I'm sorry, Stanley.
All right. I think that wraps up our episode for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. So, final words from our panel. Saan kayo makakita? What we're gonna do next? And of course, your page. Plug it in. Start with Rene.
Okay, I don't know who actually saw it, but I actually put out a teaser poster. I am doing my show, stand-up show soon. It's going to be, you heard it here first. It's going to be on September 6th. It's a
Yun.
Friday night. It's going to be in Galleria Lagman in Makati at 8 p.m. Tickets are, I'll be releasing a poster either tomorrow or Monday, depends sa approval ng venue. But tickets are going to be at 350. So performing with me is Jai Garcia and Joseph Montesilio. And it's called Stories from a Former Genius. So it's a comedy stand-up storytelling show. So
Yun.
you can watch out for more updates on my page or on any of my social media. Just look for Rene Cruz Harhar. I use the same thing on everything. So Rene Cruz Harhar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, fucking Steam. I'm on there as Rene Cruz Harhar. So it just makes things easier. So yun lang. See you
Alright.
guys. Thank you.
Trickster. Are you streaming tomorrow or tonight?
Tonight, no. Pero tomorrow, since two events just happened within this week, is Multiversus Season 2 just came out. They added ranked mode. And they announced Helldivers 2, something is happening.
Yes!
Was it next week
6.
or
On the
on
6th then.
on the 6th then? Oh, okay. So
August
that's yeah.
6th. Yeah, we'll play it on
So
the 7th.
yeah, okay. So tomorrow I'm just going to do some ranked multiverses to see how bad it is. I am with the lowest tier character ever being Velma, and I'm still figuring out streaming schedules. Maybe I'll figure it out by August. But for now, we're doing multiverses tomorrow night, and see if I'll be discouraged from playing ranked multiplayer again. And after that, maybe some Helldivers.
Yun. Alright, how
For
about you, Lala?
Tomorrow I'll be cosplaying as Seraphine. So daan kayo sa Lupun
ooh,
XA booth. Seraphine from League of Legends.
yeah.
Kakatapos ko lang ng costume this week. So yeah,
Last night.
Oh!
Do you have do you have her platform? Kasama din ba yung ano niya, yung sinasakyan niya?
Hindi, hirap na yun eh. Hirap na yun eh. Hirap na yun. Pero yeah, I'll be cosplaying Seraphine. So yeah, guys, if you are going to Pgdx, daan kayo sa Lupun booth and kita-kits. And then probably next week, I'm gonna go back to streaming and try new games. Probably na bagong release sa Xbox. So yun lang. So yeah, you can follow me at my page, Lalaleska. and Lalalaska95 on my Twitch account.
Bagong release sa Xbox. Anong bagong release sa Xbox?
Oh, Call of Duty collection, dude.
What?
Like Call of Duty, they have Call of Duty 3, they have Call of Duty 3, 2, and yung mga remakes, 3, 2, and the Call of Duty remake.
Okay.
And then an advanced parang installation of Call of Duty 6. So, yeah, it's there. All right.
Okay. On
Yeah,
Game
on my
Pass?
end naman, yeah, on Game Pass. On my end naman, I'll be hosting the Lupon XEA booth tomorrow. Last day na Pgdx. I will try to get as much things as I can do as I can. Get a lot of loot bags din siguro. And I will be busy actually in the next following weeks because I'll be attending Malaysia Blockchain Week next week from August 30 to July 30 to August 2, and then I'll be in Bali second week of August as well. So
Damn.
probably I'll be absent in a few episodes, the next coming episodes, but I'll try to be there, guys. All right, so follow me on my socials at General Tuna 19 on every social media out there. TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, OnlyFans, Grindr, Bumble, lahat. All right, so yeah. Tinder for ganun. Feet Finder, yeah, meron din akong ganun. So yeah, just go for it.
Wait.
All right.
Wait, is that
What?
a real thing? Is
I
Feet
don't know.
Finder a
I
real
think
thing?
Feet Finder is a thing, dude. Like oh, no, wala. Ayun, so wala si Trickster. He is looking Feet Finder up, I guess.
Feet Finder. Feet Finder / General Tuna.
Yeah, Feet Finder / Gerald Tuna. You'll see like my ugly, disgusting feet on that website. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and that's about it for this week's episode. We will see you next week. We will have to
Jazz,
discuss.
I'm sorry. Can I say one more thing?
Yes. Oh yeah, sure.
I am currently downloading Multiverses. Right
Yon.
now as we speak.
Let's beat Trickster up.
So,
Just kidding. I don't know
yeah.
if we can beat Trickster. But Trickster's gone. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Hell, you couldn't watch too. Drink awesome.
Or your feet? You have
What,
to make that
Trickster?
distinction. That Feet Finder, is it for feet or your feet?
Feet Finder.
Thank you so much, guys.
it-
See you next week.